Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So this video I'm gonna be kind of just showing y'all my first experiences with putting on a lace wig. And okay, so during quarantine I've been trying to do like these different hairstyles to not put heat on my hair, to try to grow it out, because I've been tempted to just go get a sew-in, but we gotta stay in the house, we gotta do good, we gotta improve the natural state of my hair. So that's what I've been trying to work on. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money either, so I bought this wig from Amazon. I think it was only, let me check how much it was. I think it was only like maybe $150, which, okay, I'm saying only $150, but compared to like a regular install for a sew-in, that's cheap, especially for everything to already be, you know, done. Well, I mean, not done, because you're gonna see from the video I had to do a lot of work for this. I had to do a lot of maintenance on this hair to get it to be as, you know, laid as it is now. Okay, so yeah, the price was $148. So then after taxes, yeah, we're gonna just say around $150-ish. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm very proud of myself for, you know, being able to take this on. I've never done a wig before. Well, I mean, I've had done a wig before, but it was just like from like a $20 wig from a beauty supply store. But I've never done a lace wig before. I've never done a lace closure, never done a frontal, none of that. This is strictly from watching YouTube videos, studying what they do. So yeah, it was interesting. It was not pretty, but it was fun, and I'm proud of myself. I feel like I would wear it, you know, again. I would do it. Well, okay, technically, well, I'll get into that later. But I would wear it again, you know, just like throw on, grow. Like I said, trying to prevent my hair. I don't know. I've been my worst critic, but it looks decent. Don't get too close, but it looks decent for what it's worth. You can take a couple pictures in it, you know, go out to the store real quick. But yeah, so if you want to see my whole process, stay tuned. Hey y'all, cutting in real quick. I just wanted to address some of the things that's been going on in the world right now. I don't think it would be right for me just to post a video without addressing some of these topics of what's going on. You know, I might not have as big as a platform as some of these other creators and things like that, but I feel like for those who do watch my videos, I want to be able to leave some type of impact on them. So with that being said, in my description box below, I have included a link to various petitions, organizations, donations, and protests that you can participate in to help support the Black Lives Matter movement. I was fortunate enough to donate some funds from one of the projects that I worked on from school to the Breonna Taylor donation fund. And I just hope that, you know, by me talking about this with whoever watches this video can do something, you know, to encourage you to go out and help the Black Lives Matter movement. With everything going on with the quarantine and the pandemic, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity, and we're finally being listened to as a Black community to make changes outside of the community for ourselves and even within the community. So like I said, I hope, you know, this encourages you to go out there and do something to help spread the word that Black lives truly do matter, because at the end of the day, something is better than nothing. So with that being said, here's the rest of my video. Okay, so starting off, I learned all this from YouTube videos. I am not a professional. I'm just seeing if I can make this wig look cute. So I'm using some Clairol 30 developer with, I'm not sure what kind of bleach this is. I got it from my auntie. She's a beautician. I should have used more bleach because you want this consistency to be very thick, almost like a whip or some type of cream. Mine was a lot more liquidy, and the reason why you want it to be thick is because you don't want it to bleed through onto the hair, which actually did happen to mine, but that's okay. We still made it work. I'm focusing it on the front part because even though if the rest of the hair didn't really take, the rest of the knots didn't bleach, I wanted the front at least to bleach so it can look smooth and, you know, look like actual scalp. Using the Clairol Shimmer Lights Purple Shampoo to kind of help tone some of that bleach so it looks more natural and less orangey. I tried to make sure I used the bleach and covered the whole net. Again, I had to make do what it do and use what I had, but I feel like the shimmer light, I feel like it helped a little bit to get rid of some of the orangeness. And then I used this Tresemme shampoo to wash the rest of the hair. I was actually surprised that this hair held up. I was nervous to wash it, but from what you can see right here, it did pretty good. So now I'm going to start plucking it. So plucking it basically helps to make sure that it looks more, you know, like a hairline. Now this wig had a thick hairline, and the plucking that you're going to see here was not even enough. I had to continuously plucking it. Even after I took it off after I wore it for 2 weeks and I took it off, washed it again, plucked it some more. I was, you know, from videos I watched, I was like, once you think you plucked enough, pluck some more. And I definitely agreed, definitely. Someone also told me to make sure I spray it. That helped a little bit. Make sure it was like wet so I could like see where I was plucking and making sure that it looked okay. So yeah, basically the way I plucked, I part a section, I pull it down, and then I just pluck randomly. You don't want to rip the lace. This lace was pretty stern. I mean, pretty like what's the word? Pretty stable, so it didn't rip. The bleach does wear down the lace, but it held up pretty good. And see those like orange spots? That's where the bleach led through onto the hair and bleached the hair, because my bleach was not thick enough. So yeah, plucking a whole lot. In the end, it was, like I said, definitely not plucked enough, but it was okay. I'm not a pro. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into plucking the middle part. The hair looks a little bit drier here because it has air dried. That's how long I was plucking the side for. Now for this middle part, I definitely did not pluck it as much as I did the sides, and I didn't really have to go back over it a whole lot. Later on, I am going to use a hot comb to make it lay down more, and then at the end, once I'm completely finished, I go over the part with some concealer just so it can stand out a little bit more. I also didn't want to pluck the middle part a whole lot because I didn't want a ditch looking middle part. I wanted to look very natural. So here I'm just checking out to see how it looks. It looks decent, but like I said, not, you know, laid. That's all the hair that I plucked out, plus a whole lot more on the floor. This is how it turned out once I did actually blow dry that wig. Like I said, for $150 human hair, it turned out pretty decent. So now I'm going to use some Got To Be Glue freeze spray to spray down my wig cap. I'm going to be doing the ball cap method. Again, I just learned this all from YouTube videos. Nobody, you know, no professional teaching, nothing. So here I'm just spraying on the ears because I'm going to cut the ears out. So I needed to make sure I have a good grip over there. Using the blow dryer to make sure that it's completely dried down all the way. And I'm rubbing it in because the whole point of the ball cap method is to protect your actual edges. So when it gets kind of shiny like that, that's how I figured it was dry. Now this is the part I messed up. I was supposed to cut the ears out before I did this freeze spray. And see how I'm like tugging on it to make sure it goes over my ear? But yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that. And it started to lift up later on. I'm gonna try to go back over it a little bit later and spray some more Got To Be Glue so it can be sprayed down. See right here, I'm gonna try to fix that part because that part wasn't supposed to be lifted up. And then I'm gonna go back over it with the blow dryer, trying to make it stick down. But that's okay. For first time, just learning. So now I'm using my Sephora Micro Smooth powder to blend in the ball cap, well, the wig cap, to make it look like a ball cap. So now I'm gonna start cutting off that excess wig cap. Now this was the part when I was watching all those videos trying to figure out, okay, so they spray it kind of far on their forehead. Once you spray it, it does give you a little bit of wiggle room for you to kind of peel it back, because you don't want the wig sitting in the middle of your forehead. That's not a cute look. My hairline is nowhere near that close, so I needed to be pushed back because I got a big forehead. I needed to look natural. So once I cut off the part that wasn't glued down, I slowly lift up the wig cap, and I ease it back to be right in front of my hairline. And see here, that's what I'm starting to do on the sides. Now once that is finished, it's gonna leave like a kind of like a white line around the front of the wig cap, which goes away once you put on the wig glue. And then I also try to conceal that white line a little bit with some more of that micro smooth. I'm gonna go take some alcohol and clean up some of that got to be glue spray, because you don't want that to be on your forehead when you try to use the wig glue to place down the actual wig, because it'll again create like a white residue, which you don't want. So I'm gonna fan that, and then I'm gonna try to move the wig around to see where I want it to be placed. Although you don't want the wig to be placed on your actual edges, you want it to be placed kind of close to it because you want it to look natural. So I'm going to use this eyebrow pencil to mark the line of where I don't want the wig glue to pass. And I'm going to, line it up, make sure it looks good, make sure the ear placement looks good. Now I'm going to cut out some of the lace that's hanging over my ear, because that will get irritating. It'll rub on like the back of your ear. So I made sure it's lined up nicely, and then I'm going to just go in with the scissors and cut around that. Now this wig was a little bit big, and it does come with an elastic band, so I was able to measure it and get it to fit nicely. But before I did that, because it was so big, it did rub a little bit, but it wasn't anything that was too unnecessary. And I actually like that it was big, because normally sometimes things like hats, headbands, even like another wig that I've tried will give me headaches. So it worked out perfectly. Okay, so once both the ears are cut out, I'm gonna go into the front of the lace and create these little like slits. So these slits make flaps, and these flaps help to glue down the wig, so you can do it in sections. And basically I'm gonna lift up all the flaps. I'm gonna place down the glue onto my popsicle stick and then rub it in. Now the part where I kind of messed up was I put it on and I didn't realize you were supposed to wait until the glue turns clear and then pull the flaps down. So I put the flaps down when it wasn't dry, lifted it back up, and then that'll also create white residue as well, which is no problem. You can just clean that up with some alcohol. But what I should have done was put it down, wait for it to turn clear, or rub it in till it turns clear. I learned that. So once I put down the flaps and got it looking okay, you can see the white residue a little bit. I use the comb and try to comb back some of the hair so it doesn't lay into the glue. I'm still working on this part. I don't really know how they do it so it doesn't get into the glue, because on my second install, the hair definitely got into the glue and it was not a cute look at all. So, but this looks pretty decent than it did the second time when I tried it. But I'm just using that metal tip to try to push it down and push back the hair at the same time. So now I'm just going to repeat the same thing of putting glue on the popsicle stick, rubbing it in, creating a thin layer, waiting for it to turn clear, putting the flap down, pushing the hair back with the metal tip on the comb. The second thing I learned from this was I definitely should have did 2 layers of wig glue, just to make it stay a little bit longer. But I'll go into more details about how I feel like it lasts and everything with me sweating. But I definitely think 2 layers would have. my scalp. Now, I have seen recent videos where girls use elastic bands to help melt their lace, and it supposedly helps better than a scarf or even like the white strips do. So I probably should have did that, but at the time I didn't know what I was doing. Still don't. Now I'm just flat ironing the hair again for $150 hair. It did pretty good. I was nervous to flat iron it all the way on high like I normally do for my more expensive hair, but I did it anyway and it didn't melt or nothing. So now I'm taking an eyebrow razor and I'm cutting off that excess glue. I only let the scarf sit in there for maybe 10 minutes or no, longer than 10 minutes. However long it took for me to flat iron my hair is how long I left the scarf on there. Now this eyebrow razor is going to help just create a more of a jagged edge while cutting off the lace. I didn't want to use scissors because scissors create more of a, it's like a uniform. It's going to look like a straight line across the front of your head and it's not going to blend into nothing. But the eyebrow razor definitely helped. Later on, if I had some pieces that were too uniform or anything like that, I used the eyebrow razor to make it, look more jagged and natural. So now I'm just going back over with some more alcohol to clean up any more wig glue, any of that got to be glue that's still on there, just so there's no like excess residue and so it doesn't turn, like kind of nasty later. Now I guess I didn't do a good job with this because later I still had residue, but we're gonna leave that where that's at. Here I'm taking some bronzer and I'm putting it on the lace just so it can match a little bit better, which I think this definitely helped a lot. Looking at it again, I'm pretty proud of myself. Okay, it's not the best. See how the hairline is still pretty thick. I had to fix that a little bit later. I didn't even do baby hairs with this. Now this is after I had come back from flat ironing it and using a hot comb to press it down. I felt like I over hot combed the middle part because it started to create these little flyaways at the top, which were not there before I did that. I'm also plucking it to help get rid of those flyaways and to make the part look a little bit more natural. Once I finished plucking the part, I did flat iron it one more time just to smooth it out. Alright, so this is the final look obviously this is way after that last clip. This right now is about 2 weeks from that last clip that I filmed. That last clip, honestly, you can see through the whole time that I was getting very frustrated with it. I was about to give up. I had started, right before I had started flat ironing it, I had took a hot comb to get the part smoothed down a little bit. And when I did that, I was getting very frustrated. So I just kept passing it through, and it was burning the hairs out. So it was getting like little like flyaways at the top, so I had to spray it down. Anyway, this state of the wig right now is 2 weeks later on my second install. So almost every other day I work out, so I be sweating. So the lace like lifts up and it slowly, pushes back. So throughout like a 1 week span, I would have to re-glue it down probably about 1 or 2 times. Honestly, that is because I do sweat a lot, and secondly because I didn't really know what I was doing the first time. I probably did not put enough glue. Honestly, from the clips, if I remember right, I only did like 1 layer per time, whereas like the videos that I watched, they do 2. The only reason why I did 1 layer is because I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna itch. I wasn't sure if it was gonna break me out. So that's why I only did 1 layer, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to snatch it off after a week. But I did it. It didn't. The only time it really, like, the lace itches is when, like, I'm sweating, which is, obvious, like, liquid is building up under there and it needed to breathe. But the whole experience was really good. I felt comfortable. I would do a lace again, like, for my sewings. I would do a lace closure. I just need to get comfortable with it because I feel like, when you're talking to people, they're going to just look straight up to your lace. But it's good. In pictures, you can kind of see it a little bit, but you could just face tune that out, honestly. But yeah, the edges, I did those with just regular, here, I'll show you. I did it with regular edge tamer, what is it, edge control. A lot of girls, they be doing it with mousse, but once again, I didn't put enough glue that first time, so I felt like the mousse kind of would, like, make the lace, like, stick up so I didn't do that. Other thing, the part I did put some concealer in the part to make it stand out more. The reason why is, one, my hair is so dark and I feel like maybe I didn't cover the bald cap enough with like enough makeup. I thought I did, I don't know. And two, the knots around my edges got bleached enough, but the knots like in the back part of the frontal did not get bleached enough, so you can still kind of see like the black little dots of like the root of the hair, if that makes sense. Part of the reason I didn't have enough bleach and it wasn't thick enough, so that caused two things. It caused some of the knots not to be bleached, and it also caused it to see through. So some of my roots are actually like bleached. So like, especially like on this edge right here, it's kind of like a brownie color. It's not black no more. What else? The wig, I'm gonna link it down below as well. It was, like I said, it's from Amazon. It's by a brand called Edmosa Hair. They give you, I left it in the bag because I wasn't sure if I was gonna return it or not. They give you some lashes. I don't know if I'm wearing these. These kind of ick for me, but they give you some lashes and they do give you a free bald cap. I chose this brand. Well, at first I was going to get a wig from Amazon that I saw another YouTuber review, but then I was looking at the reviews. You got to be careful because a lot of these brands doctor their reviews, and they'll give you like an extra pair of lashes if you give them a good review or something like that. So you have to be careful. Plus, the second reason, a lot of like beauty brands are not being priority, not priority shipments on Amazon right now because of the whole pandemic. So that was two things I had to take into account: the delivery time and the brand, because I wanted it quick. I was ready for a new hairdo, so I need something that I could get in the next couple days. So I chose this brand. This is their 220 density hair. I chose the 220 over the 150 again because it was delivered quicker and because of the reviews. A lot of people said the 150 at the ends were like thin, which I could believe because I did experience that with the 220. The roots are a lot thicker than they are at the end, but the 220 was good. It was perfect. Well, okay, no, it was not perfect. It was a little bit too thick. So the reason why this is looking so much flatter than those other clips is because of this guy right here. This razor comb changed the game for me. I should stand up a little bit. See how, don't mind mine. See how it's so like thin and like it just looks more natural, because before it was all like kind of not blunt cut. It was a little bit more, it wasn't layered, but it wasn't like a blunt cut either. It was just all like 20. Oh, that's also, this is 20 inches. So it was all like 20 inches, same length. I don't like that. I need it to be kind of like a natural, more layer look. So this razor comb in the back, I went through like 5 layers, and I just took a brush and will like brush through the hair, and then I would comb this through and take out some of the hair. And then on the sides I went through 3 times. I'm trying to think what else. I showed y'all that I plucked the middle part. I didn't pluck it a whole lot. I just went back over with concealer to make it natural because I didn't want a bust down, gape open part. Also, these edges. Okay, so right now they look pretty decent. Well, yeah, it looks pretty decent. I always wear this side behind my ear, kind of. But I had to pluck the edges a lot. Honestly, from other girls' wigs and stuff that I've seen, I probably could pluck it more, but I don't want to pluck it too much. But I had to pluck a lot. After that video, well, after the last clip, I probably plucked the edges of this wig 3 or 4 more times, because it's just, once you think you pluck some more, and then pluck some more to get it, to be truly natural. Trying to think. Reapplying the wig was easier because I knew what I was doing finally. I feel like this application is a little bit more forward. That's because on the last application, as it was getting older, it was going back further and further, because obviously the glue is sliding back. And it was starting to get on my edges. So the whole purpose of this hairstyle is to protect your hair. So I don't want it to be, pulling it out. So yeah, that's why I put it forward. I'm trying to think, what else do I need to say about this hair? Overall, does she straighten and curl? She does curl. That I tested that immediately. If she didn't curl, I was sending her back. She flat irons good. On the little website, they say don't go past 150 degrees Celsius, which is like 2 or 3 something Fahrenheit. I looked it up, but I cranked my flat iron all the way up to 410 degrees because I really like the sleek look. So she does good. This is human hair. Well, the description says it's human hair. Yeah, it says right here. Look, it says unprocessed human hair, high quality. So yeah, I mean, synthetic hair probably would have definitely burned at 410 degrees. So she did pretty good. I haven't fully curled the whole wig, but when I took it out and tested, I curled like, you know, a few pieces and it did good. Like I showed you in the video, I washed it on this second application. I did not wash the whole wig again just because that was so much work. I didn't feel like doing that. I just washed, like, you know, the lace to get some of that glue out. The first time I did it, I also did not have a wig head. So the second time that I put it on, I had a wig head and I was able to really go through and get it sleek, bone straight, how I really like it. Plus, going through with the razor comb really helped it. So yeah, if you get a wig from Amazon, get you a razor comb with it because they're either going to be, that's another thing. Always get a wig that is too thick and you can thin it out. Don't get a wig that's too thin. You know, then you probably have to go in and glue pieces, glue tracks, sew tracks in. Too much work. Just get you a thickie and thin her out. But yeah, this is the wig. I really like her. You know, she's a great get up and go little unit in between styles. I will wear her probably several times. I want to try to. She's a. I don't know the dimensions of the frontal. I don't know all of that. But she goes pretty far back. Let me show you. These edges, they still pretty done. See you can see the lace a little bit. Yeah, it's not completely, you know, HD. But yeah, the frontal ends kind of like right behind my ear. So yeah, I want to do some styles with it. I want to do like up, half down. See how this looks, some braids. I want to curl it all over. I'm gonna say that it looks cute straight, so I'm wearing it straight for now. But yeah, that was this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you like it. Hope it was interesting to see me try to put on a lace wig. Like I said, I've never done lace before, so this was truly my first time, and I'm honestly proud of myself. Like, I knew I could do it, but I didn't know I could do it until I did it. And I mean, I think she looks cute. I mean, honestly, nobody has seen me in person, like my friends and stuff, since quarantine. But I've been posting on Snapchat and Instagram, and ain't nobody saying that is that a wig. So, in my opinion, I think this was a success. We was just trying to do a little finesse, look cute in the crib. So, but yeah, that was that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. All the details, like I said, will be linked down below. Go check it out. Click my links if you want to buy it. Yeah, that's it. I hope y'all like it. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye.